Hello, this is Ed Delgado, the National Program Manager for Predictive Services at the National Interagency Fire Center in Boise, Idaho, with the fire outlook for July, August, September, and October. As we head into the peak of the summer months, we still see a significant amount of drought across the Four Corners region from southern Colorado to Utah and into Arizona. This will continue despite the increase in potential thunderstorm activity from the monsoon that usually develops around this time of year. As that precipitation moves northward, we'll start to see a decrease in the fire activity across the southwestern United States, but the lightning on the leading edge of that moisture will start to increase fire potential across Utah, northern Nevada, and into parts of California and the Sierras as that lightning reaches some of the really dry fuels, particularly grass and brush fuels. We're also starting to see an increase in drying conditions across the mountains and foothills and some of the central valleys of California and extending into the southwestern parts of Oregon. We do not have a huge concern for northern Washington and into the northern parts of Montana, as wet winter and recent spring precipitation have kept conditions very green and moist in that region. However, as we move into August, we'll start to see the heat increase across the west and an increase in the fire potential across the northwest and the northern Great Basin. Still some reservations about a lot of fire activity in Montana, but we could see some significant fire in areas where drying does occur under the heat, the hot conditions. By the time we get into September and October, we start to see a decrease in fire activity across the west. We'll see the Great Basin start to decrease as conditions moderate with increasing monsoon moisture moving into the Great Basin. However, California, especially Northern California, starts moving into their offshore wind season, and we'll start to see an increase in fire potential moving more toward the coastal parts of California and into the coastal parts of Oregon. We still have some fire potential remaining in the northwestern parts of the northwestern United States and Montana, but that will also decrease as we get closer to the end of September and we get into a more typical pattern of more frequent storms bringing rain and possibly even some of the early snowfall periods. Across the eastern United States, things are pretty moist. A lot of troughs and fronts have moved through and brought a lot of precipitation. And as we get into the summer, we start to get into the tropical storm season. It doesn't mean they will get hurricanes, but usually get some significant precipitation down there. In addition to the fact that we're in an El Nino pattern right now, which is usually a wet pattern for the southeastern U.S., so there are no concerns there. And in Alaska, it's been fairly moist, and July is usually marking the beginning of the mitigation or downslide of their season, and so we do not expect a lot of significant fire activity to continue across any part of Alaska for the next couple of months.